I couldn't find any other reviews on this particular Meeden palette, so I thought that's always my impetus to make a video here. If you enjoy this, please do consider giving this video a like, then I'll know you want more of this kind of content. I'm Helen. I just bought this palette, just got it yesterday. It is the Meeden 8 Well Ceramic Artist Paint Palette, square porcelain watercolor palette. It's the 7" by 7" ceramic palette. I have been using just this white plate from the thrift store, but you can also just get this for $1 at a dollar store if you want to go that route. And it has been perfectly adequate, but I don't know, I was just tempted by this. Certainly nothing wrong at all with just using this plate. I will continue to use it, but I really wanted wells. I really wanted something with a bunch of little wells in it. And I'm going to tell you the things that I didn't know about this before I bought it so that it will help you make a purchasing decision on it. The first thing that I did not know about this was that, so while it looks like this, as you can see on Amazon, it is not that one-dimensional. It has actually got quite a bit of depth, which I did not know. Even though it says that it's 0.8 of an inch high in the dimensions, that didn't really resonate with me. I just looked at that piece of information and for whatever reason, did not really properly process it, but I did want to show you it's quite thick. I did not know that. So if you need quite a bit of water for whatever reason, I don't know why you would need that much water. I'm sure there's plenty of reasons I just can't think of. It's great for that purpose. I wasn't sure how big these wells would be, so I just want to show you for comparison. This is my AirPod, and you'll see it fits in there very nicely. Let's look at a side view, just to give you an idea of how big the larger wells are. There are smaller wells as well. Another handy use that I inadvertently found for it is that it can hold just your little extras. I hadn't thought of doing that until I got this. It didn't make sense to do it on this plate because they would just kind of fly all over the place, but they're quite well contained in there. In terms of how it mixes watercolor, I really don't know what to say. It's ceramic. It does a really, really nice job. One thing I didn't know, though, is that this is quite heavy. Let's look at the packaging it came in. It came in this ultra chunky box, and I was like, whoa, is there 2 of them in there? No, there's just one. The product weight is 1.26 pounds, and this is light as air, so it's actually this that weighs at least 1 pound. It's hefty. So keep that in mind. That could be a good thing if you want something with more substance, but that could be maybe not such a good thing if you have problems lifting things with your wrists and stuff like that. You don't want to constantly be moving a 1 pound ceramic palette around, whereas this, by contrast, it's a dinner plate and it's thin, so it weighs almost nothing. It occurs to me also for the future, in case I ever come out of a watercolor habit, this is just a nice tray in general. Like if you want to use it as not decor, but maybe a catch-all in your foyer. I don't know that it's food quality, so I definitely wouldn't be putting any dips in there or anything like that. You'd want to check on that before you used it for that purpose. But if you're into crafting, I am also into embroidery, so I mean, this could fit my needles really well. A well like this, beads. It's got the curved edges, which are good for beading, I believe. Embroidery floss, whatever it is you might need to hold, it could do a really nice job of doing that as well in future if I want to repurpose it. Do I think it's worth the $20.95 I paid for it, though? In other words, if this is $1 and this is $21, is this worth it? I will say a hesitant yes. My yes is because it does literally weigh 1 pound. This is a substantial feeling piece. It's heavy. It doesn't feel like it will easily chip, move around. It's just really nice quality, and you can feel that right away. Meeden, by the way, are the same people, I believe, that make Bao Hong Academy paper, which is so popular. That's the one that's in the green with the green cover. This is a quality product, and I have been happy with it for the limited amount of time that I've been using it so far. But if you're on a budget, do you need this? Absolutely not. I've been using this for months now, and that's worked very well as well. I just felt like treating myself to something kind of fun. I mean, how much did this cost them to produce? I have no idea anymore. I feel like all the economics of everything we purchase these days are just so skewered. I mean, they have a lot of different configurations. You've probably seen them. They have like round shapes. They have rectangle shapes of these. They have all kinds of different types of paint palettes. I just was really drawn to this square one with this particular well size. What I plan to do is just keep different, kind of separate my colors Not that there's anything wrong with this at all, but sometimes I'm just not in the mood to paint like this, and I want to have a little bit more definition between my colors. And I think that this is going to be a good strategy. I'm going to, reserve this for browns, reserve this for blues, yellow, and so forth. And then I don't know if I will always keep these here. Maybe I'll put them in an old Altoids tin or something like that. But it is handy to have them here. I feel like if they're out like this, you'll use them more, which is kind of nice as well. These are overflow from my Winsor & Newton Cotman palette. I just purchased some Roman Schmal paints, and so that's a magenta. But the rest are just cotton ones I popped out of that to make room for the Roman Schmal, if that makes sense. So these are just ones I don't like as much, but I still want to have access to them. Thanks so much for watching this. Hope you found this helpful. We'll see you in the next video.